Hey guys, very good morning. Hope you are all doing very well. So today, just going to go over some setups, go over and discuss Aussie dollar, for instance, Kiwi dollar, see what the market has been doing. Being a little bit inactive, I'm a little bit ill today, so yeah, going to try and keep this a little bit short, but I hope you guys understand. So that said, thank you all for tuning in once again, and let's dive straight in. So of course, to begin with, the dollar index. So looking at the dollar index on the 4-hour, what we can see is that, yeah, we've been retracing since yesterday, just back up in towards the highs. And this is kind of the main problem, which I mentioned yesterday, that if you only have one very strong bearish candle, it doesn't necessarily mean that the momentum is that high and that the market is going to start continuing to going down. Because what you can see, for instance, is that if we just look in the past, and we look at, for instance, let's say over here, what you have over here is just this one massive bearish candle, and after that, market just starts consolidating, reverses back up. Let me see if we have some more good examples. Let's say you use this one over here, this candle over here, market starts consolidating, big push up, eventually we do see that push down. However, then once again, one big bearish candle. After that, no continue in the momentum, and then once again, the consolidation or the massive pullback back up in towards the highs. So at the moment, I'm not really stressing, because what I know is that there is liquidity situated over here in this zone from approximately 93.117 towards 93.191. So if we don't react to the 618, we could still start moving up higher in towards that zone, which is an area of supply. And if we do react to that, we could start seeing that push down if we do not already start pushing down from where we are currently at. Let's say we do move up higher, we could see a nice double top with a spike in towards my area of supply, which starts at 93.232 over here. So with that said, still bearish on the dollar index, just going to be waiting for what is next. So we could see a push in towards this area of so I'm just going to leave an S over there of this supply, or for instance the 618 double top over here, and then start dropping. And of course we could just start dropping from here. Now we don't need to make that 618 or hit this supply but I'm just giving you guys the most logical options. So that said, let's dive into Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar yesterday saw a very strong bearish close, as we can see. And Aussie dollar been playing out pretty well according to our bias. Quickly going back to the 4-hour, we can see is that perfect reaction from that zone alongside the trendline break retest, 618 fib confluence. This was a beautiful short from over here. Currently just continuing down as expected and mentioned yesterday. So for now, no real setups to be taken, to be honest. We are currently situated within this area of demand, potentially. And this is kind of like one of those zones that you call the drop, and then base, and then a rally. So diving in towards, let's say, the 1-hour. It's a little bit less clear on the 1-hour, but what we essentially have, and then you can always turn on the 50% body indicator, but what we see down below over here is some consolidation. And as you can see, this is kind of your demand base, and as we can see, once we tap in towards that zone, we do time by time see that push up occur. So this is more of a drop, and then we have the base, then we have the rally, market comes back in, starts moving back up. Not personally looking for longs at all, and that is just because of the overall downtrend bias that we have in Aussie dollar, but it is interesting to note. For now, and what is today going to give us? So I am still expecting some more downside on Aussie dollar. We could see a pullback today occur, let's say up until here or up until here, over here. See a pullback occur, then drop further. But I am just going to be waiting until Aussie dollar hits my area of demand at 0.73037. So that is that. Let's head over to euro dollar. And euro dollar. So euro dollar has just been consolidating alongside the dollar index. As we can see, nothing much has been happening, going back down in towards the 1-hour time frame. I wouldn't necessarily want to draw in a channel or a wedge on this pair at the moment, because what you could do or could say is, of course, that we have kind of this descending wedge formation, which to some extent it does add up, and we could see that final drop. Then we have the 1, the 2, the 3, or the fake out on that second low, which is a very high possibility, or it is very possible that will happen potentially. However, when you have these areas of consolidation, so over here we have an area of consolidation, and the price pattern is far less clear. So instead of having equal lows and equal highs forming a very nice clear price pattern, what we're currently seeing is just consolidation with actually kind of with luck a swing high, swing high, swing high, and the swing low and the swing low. So this is more of a lucky channel, lucky wedge, whatever you want to call it, instead of a real valid channel or wedge in my opinion. So of course the price action is consolidative and descending, not ascending, which is essentially of course bullish. So yeah, I'm still a big fan of seeing euro dollar rise. A lot of people took a re-entry yesterday, and I was a little bit sick already yesterday, therefore I wasn't able to share this setup. But it was a very nice 618 setup over here, as you guys can see. Not a lot of confluence essentially for me, in the sense that we had a very clear area of supply demand. But what we did see, and especially if you dive in towards the lower time frame, is that you can see that we had a fake out on this swing low. And as you guys know, underneath swing lows there are a lot of stop losses situated, especially if we have these large clean moves right underneath a swing low. And then over here we have kind of like our basing structure, right? So if you were in the live stream this week, what you know is that there is a lot of, well, essentially not demand, but more liquidity situated over here. And that once you tap in towards that area of liquidity, you will see a reaction. And that was the case in this instance. So therefore, I am still a big fan of seeing euro dollar starting to push up higher. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, that is euro dollar for you guys. Not much, just going to be waiting for that push higher. Let's say we do move down lower once again. I will start to look for re-entries, possibly even from this zone over here, from the 786 fib. Yep, so re-entries possibly on euro dollar once we reach this level like this. Otherwise, just wait for the breakout and the new setup to occur. So yeah, that is it for euro dollar. Let's head over to pound dollar. And pound dollar, so I still have the setup from yesterday, which I drew in on pound dollar. So as you guys can see, I was mentioning possibly the 618 or whatsoever to take a setup, but yeah, there was no real corrective price action or an area of supply demand whatsoever for me to take the setup. So as you guys know, what I want to see essentially is like coming in towards lows in this corrective 1, 2, 3 manner. So that wasn't there. Furthermore, no real swing low, no area of demand in the market over here. So therefore I just skipped this setup because I don't start randomly buying at the 618, right? What we want to see is some corrective price action plus an area of supply demand to then start looking for longs. We don't just randomly buy from a fib level because we aren't retail traders. So with that said, at the moment we are kind of taking out this area of demand which I had drawn on over here. And it does look good essentially, because especially if we look at the daily, we see this very strong bearish candle. Because yesterday what I mentioned was that this candlestick is quite bullish, but then straight away a very strong daily bearish candle close, which could indicate that the bearish momentum is still very strong and that we will therefore soon see this area of demand get hit at 1.37683 towards 1.37201. From there we will start looking for longs, as that is also a very nice fib level. So yeah, the 618. So yeah, that is that for you guys. Looking for a nice price pattern, not really there to be honest. Yeah, I don't really see any neat or clean price actions. What we could see is something like this. If we do see something like this, I would love to start looking for longs once we reach that zone, but I doubt it. So yeah, that is pound dollar for you guys. Just going to be waiting for this area of demand, to get hit. So let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar also dropping beautifully from the zone over here. So yeah, I shared this setup in the Discord channel 2 days ago. So it has been playing out pretty nicely, as we can see. At the moment, we're just consolidating. And why are we consolidating? Well, guys, if you read the documents, what we have over here is a rally. Then we have the base. and then once again we have the rally. So that's why we're currently stalling in price. We're we are situated within demand now on the 1 hour, for instance. And yeah, as you can see, we're just stalling in the market. The market is gathering orders to either push up or push down. So yeah, this is going to be very dependent on what the dollar index is going to do. Looking at the 4 hour, the market is still looking good for a further push down, because what this seems like is just the beautiful lower high of the trend down, up, and then the next wave down. So my target is, let me just quickly go towards the daily. Yeah, so my target is 0.69433 for this leg down, for this next leg down. So let's wait and see if that happens. Still bearish on Kiwi dollar, and I do expect a push further down. So yeah, for now we are just currently situated within this area of demand. As you guys can see on the 4 hour as well, what we have is the rally. What we have is the rally, the base, and then the rally again, right? Very explosive price action. And as you can see, we also started to move out of the zone, right? If we quickly go in towards the 1 hour, and yeah, it's just a liquidity spike. What we can see is that we did move out of the zone, but then moved straight back in, started to consolidate. So yeah, just currently going to be waiting for what the markets could be doing next. Maybe take a lower time frame setup in the form of this. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that is it for today. My apologies, I'm not really able to draw in any clear channels or wedges. So the main problem of that is, of course, that it is August. Liquidity is a little bit lower, and the markets are a little bit more slow, a little bit more rangy, and therefore, yeah, the market isn't just the way that we like it, right? So at this time, or this moment in time, we just have to be patient, wait for the real setups to occur, and yeah, therefore, kind of not really drawing in any patterns or channels or wedges. And yeah, I hope you guys just understand why. So that said, I wish you all a fantastic day. Let's see what Kiwi dollar does. Remember, this could also happen on Kiwi dollar, by the way, just spotting it, but I don't really think that that will happen. It still looks good for, let's say, another pullback up, then a next push down potentially. So that's something I'm also going to be watching, by the way, and just spotted it. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I wish you all an amazing day. Thanks guys.